This Wednesday, the WIAA's Board of Control will vote on the football district proposal, which does away with traditional conferences. The proposal was presented last summer, and it puts teams into districts based solely on enrollment. Many coaches have strong opinions about the proposed change. Paige Pearson brings us multiple views.
Football has the most participants, the biggest crowds, and generates the most money for high schools. Thus, when the governing body, the WIAA, proposes a change to the current structure, coaches take notice.
It's a proposal that we haven't had a lot of say on, and it's kind of frustrating in that respect because not a lot is known still.
The WIAA is proposing eliminating the current conferences and creating a 7-division structure with 8 districts within each division except Division 7, which would have 6. Each district would be comprised of 8 teams. These teams would be grouped together based on similar enrollment size.
It intends and can alleviate some of the questions and concerns we now have about our football playoffs. You know, the information we receive from member schools talk about they don't have an opportunity to get into the playoffs because we only qualify 224.
However, the change could mean more travel for teams, and it would get rid of conference rivalries. The Fox Valley Association would celebrate its 40th season this fall.
I'm biased, but I think it's one of the premier conferences, and it doesn't matter what the sport is in the state of Wisconsin. And we're all similar-sized schools within a close proximity. To lose those rivalries that have been developed over the years would be tough.
As for travel, the furthest Appleton West drives is 42 miles to Fond du Lac. The proposed district realignment would have the Terrors playing Stevens Point, a 70-mile drive.
With this, we're going to have to travel more. With cost expenditures and with everybody tightening their budgets, more time on a bus is more expensive.
It might be a deal breaker, but there are existing schools and conferences now that see great travel already.
With so much to consider, it's the speed in which the WIAA is proposing the change that has coaches most concerned.
It seems like they're kind of rushing the plan through it. If we had maybe another year or two to get those little details figured out and make sure it's a smooth transition for everybody, I think then it would be a workable thing.
We would like to wait for one more year just so that we get more things solidified and more questions answered. But they don't have to ask us. You know, we will play who they tell us to play.
In 2 non-binding votes on the issue, the Sports Advisory Council, made up of athletic directors, voted overwhelmingly against the proposal. A WIAA-selected group of coaches voted for it. The Board of Control makes a final decision on Wednesday.